Today in geography we are going to learn map marking of Brazil. Students, we will now see where does this Brazil country lies in whole world. So we had learned in a previous lecture, we had seen that the world is divided into 4 parts. This is northern hemisphere, this is southern hemisphere, then again we have this as a western hemisphere and this as a eastern hemisphere. So the small part of Brazil lies in the northern hemisphere and most of the Brazil area is covered in southern hemisphere. Also, it lies in the western hemisphere. This is west, so it lies, Brazil country lies in the western hemisphere in the northern part of South continent, South American continent. So this is South America, and in this South America, Brazil lies in the north part. So I hope you have understood. Because of this, we have latitude, variety of latitudinal extent. So we have this line which says latitudinal extent is 5 degree 16 seconds north, and the bottom degree is 33 degrees 45 minutes south. Now this is north, and this is south. Why? As I had told you just now that some part of Brazil lies in the north and some part of Brazil most of the part of Brazil lies in the south, and this is in the western hemisphere. So we count longitudinal extent as 34 degrees 45 minutes west to 73 degrees 03 minutes west. Here we need to study and know where the Brazil is. We need to know the neighboring countries of Brazil, and at the other side means in the northeast to southeast, the Brazil is fully covered with the water, that is North Atlantic Ocean and South Atlantic Ocean. We need to remember this as we are going to do a map marking. We need to remember all the states in the Brazil country, because if we know these states, remember this well, then we can understand the physiography and we can mark in the map the locations exactly. Especially we need to know the capital of Brazil, that is Brasilia. Now this is physical map of Brazil, which shows us physical features of Brazil. The main river Amazon is, which starts from the country called Colombia and enters in the Brazil country from the western part and flows till the east. The end of this Amazon river is called as mouth of Amazon is This area is basically called as evergreen rainforest. At the mouth of this river, we have Marajo Island. Very north, we find Guiana Highland. We will see that in detail afterwards. In the center part, we have tropical grasslands. Grassland, we have river Paraguay and river Parana and the tributaries. Below that, we can see this is a Brazilian highland. Then we can find here we have a coastal area. This one is the white portion is a coastal area. This is in the northeast, and the coastal area, very long coastal area, which is in the southeast of the Brazil. We have Pantala over here. We'll see that in the detail. This portion we call it as selvas, which mean dense equatorial forest, especially in the Amazon basin, characterized by tall, broad-leaved evergreen trees. We can see it clearly how Amazon river flows from west to the east, where we find Marajo Island, Guiana Highland. We find it very north side of the Brazil. This part is called as Caatinga, which means white vegetation, and we have this part as called as a drought quadrilateral, means it is a desert and very less rainfall area. Because of that, it is called as a drought quadrilateral. Then here we in the east side of Brazil highland, we have Brazilian highland. This part is a Brazilian highland. Here we find that Parana river flows from Minas Gerais country, which means from the western part of Brazil. Okay, and we see that Paraguay, this particular river flows from the Mato Grosso country. These are the two rivers flowing to the south of Brazil and which meets together, and both the rivers flows to the southwestern part of the Brazil and goes to the another country. Now this part in the eastern part of Brazil, means in the western part of Bolivia plateau, we have Pantanal. Pantanal is a swampy land which is also called as largest wetland in the world. We have दलदल here. Swampy land means दलदल रहता है, वैसे उसको बोलते हैं swampy land. See here, this picture is not so clear, but here swampy land is, this full portion is swampy land, which is wetland forever. There is in the summer season we don't have that this land becomes dry. It is wetland forever. And here that's why this is called as world's wetland, world's largest wetland, we can say. Then in the border of the southeast, this one is a great escarpment in the Brazilian highland. The Brazilian highland, as I showed you before, Brazilian highland, in that here we have great escarpment. This is great escarpment's height. See how great height it has. Okay, this is a large view, and this is a small picture which I have shown in the image. It's a great escarpment which is a barrier to the winds flowing from the southeast. Brazil is densely populated country from the continent of South America. It ranks 5th in the world in terms of area. Brazil extends between the latitude of 5 degrees 16 minutes north to 33 degrees 45 minutes south, between the longitude of 34 degrees 45 minutes west and 73 degrees 3 minutes west. It ranks 5th. Brazil can be divided into two physiographic regions, the Amazon basin and the Brazilian plateau. The Amazon River rises in the Andes Mountains. It flows towards the east and meets Atlantic Ocean. The alluvium brought by the Amazon and its tributaries give rise to a flat plain in the northern part of Brazil. Marajo, a large island, is formed at the mouth of Amazon. It is surrounded by fresh water, while Guiana Highlands are located to the north of the Amazon basin. Pico da Neblina is the highest peak in Brazil. Its height is 3,104 meters. Brazil Plateau is located in the southeastern part of the country, and its height is around 2,000 meters above sea level. Clear, white sand is a characteristic of the southeastern coast of Brazil. River Paraná and Paraguay originate in the Brazilian plateau and flow towards the south. Brazil is located in tropics. The equator passes through the northern part of Brazil. The mean temperature in the Amazon basin is around 25 degrees Celsius. The climate is cool in Brazilian plateau. Due to nearness to the sea, in the coastal region of Brazil, the summers are mild and humid, while and winters are dry. The Amazon basin has rainfall between 1800 mm and 2000 mm, whereas in the southeastern coastal area it is 1000 mm. Due to abundant sunlight and sufficient rainfall, Brazil has evergreen equatorial forest called as selvas. So if the question is asked to mark physiographic divisions of Brazil, the physiographic divisions of Brazil are as follows. First one is the highlands. Second, the Great Escarpment. third, the coastal region, fourth, the plains, fifth, the island groups. Physiographical divisions of Brazil, which I have marked here in the Brazil map. First one, highlands. We have two highlands, Brazilian highlands. So I have marked with the small circles here. This is a Brazilian highlands. Then Guiana highland, which I have marked with the small triangles. Here, this is Guiana highland, which has very much height. Then we have Great Escarpment in the Brazilian highland. So we had seen that photo. See, this is a Great Escarpment. Then we have coastal region, north coast, northern coast. So here, which I have marked with the pencil shading, is a north coast, and in eastern coast, star marking, which is long coast, uh, is at the east part of the Brazil. Then we have plains, Amazon River Basin. This is plain area where we do not have mountains and hills. And we have second Paraná and Paraguay source, river source. Here this one is a Paraná and Paraguay source region. This is also a plain land. Then we have island, Marajo Island. We have Marajo Island at the mouth of river Amazon. I hope students you have understood map marking of Brazil. Please buy a physical map of Brazil, physical outline map of Brazil, and then mark all these physical divisions of Brazil and write in index, which will help you in your final exam. Thank you.